Good morning. Isn't it funny how in this time, as we morph from spring into winter, there are some trees that are beautifully in full blossom, and others, like this one, are still pretty stark, struggling to actually push those leaves into reality. It's striking to me because it reminds me so much of the virtue of hope. I mean, I know this bush is going to be full of blossoms as well as leaves because I've seen it before. And that's what hope is, right? We hope in things that we have experience of. I know that something will happen. I hope that something will happen because my hope is laced with my experience of the past. And I think sometimes we just don't draw on that enough. We don't really push our understanding and our memory of the way God has acted in our lives before. We see the barrenness, not necessarily in nature, but nature reminds us. But we see the barrenness of the way life is right now, and we're fearful. Like, will it ever get back to normal? But we know that it will, because we have experience that God has been with us through tough times. No, perhaps we haven't lived through this virus before, with the extreme shutdown measures across the world, to where everyone is united in this period of challenge and difficulty and fear and unemployment. Every country in the world is suffering what we are suffering. And yet, we hope for something new and different to come at the end of this, because we have experience that God has come through for us. I think sometimes we get overwhelmed in fear and we forget about the track record that God has in our lives. And it doesn't take much to look and to find where God has been present and offered solace and companionship and presence through others and through our own prayer and through quiet, surprising ways that God has come through. In this time of Easter, this time following Easter, we remember that God is with us. We have faith because we have memories of times when God has been here. We have hope because we have experience of God coming through for us. And we trust and rely on the love of God when our love runs dry. And so today, that's what we'll focus on. The things we don't see yet. We hope for them because our hearts are full of confidence. We have experience of God coming through. Have a good day.